What's going on, guys? So what we're going to start trying to do is take this 5.3 here and this 350 turbo, and we're going to throw it inside this 89 Mitsubishi Mighty Max. The first thing that we have to do is take this rear end. My brother had the truck. He slid it sideways, smashed the rim into a curb, bent the axle, and you really can't find any parts for these old trucks, new parts. So I got this used one. I'm going to throw it in it, but first we're going to have to jack it up, put it on jack stands, and then get down in here. We're going to have to take off the shocks. You can't see anything. We're going to have to take off the shocks, the 4 bolts, the rims, take the U-bolts out, and then we're going to have to actually put this rear end in there. So that's what we're going to get started doing. So I was about to do a time lapse, but I can't find the special lug nut tool, so we'll hold off on that. Alright, so I found this tool. It was in the very bottom of this toolbox. So it slides on here. Now we'll be able to take these lug nuts off, but it's got a bunch of different ones on it, so we'll also use this 21 to get the rest of them off. So got the 2 jack stands in there. Now what we have to do is we have to break off both of these brake hubs so that I can get to the e-brake cable to let those out. Like I said before, I'm going to have to take out these 2 U-bolts. So the bolts underneath there, these 2 shocks. And then we'll go over here to the other side. And you can see how oily this is. This is the side that he bent. So again, on this side, we're going to have to take those 2 off. We're going to have to take that soft brake line off right there. And then what we'll probably do is drop the front of the leaf spring, lean it down, and then we'll slide the rear end out. Or I'll probably pick it up and take it over top of the leaf spring, whichever one works. So it's been a few days since you guys seen me last time from that last clip. But I did try to work on this a little bit. As you can see, there's some stuff all over the ground. But once I tried to actually slide this brake hub off, it's actually catching right here, so it looks like someone beat the edge of it with a hammer. So what we're going to have to do is just spin it while also taking this grinder and grinding the edge of it. So we'll get our PPE and we'll start doing it. Now that we got it off, what we'll have to do is get down inside of here and get this cable out of the back. It actually makes its way all the way around in the shoes. So we'll go ahead and twist these off, go ahead and take the brake shoes off, and then we'll keep taking it apart. So as you can see on the inside, you have this little clip here, and then this pin that actually goes through. When you twist it, the spring holds it against it. So you'll have to push it in, twist it, and let it slide over that shaft. So you can see the cable comes out here, and it's just hooked underneath this piece. So I'm probably just going to try to pry it up a little bit and actually just pull the cable out from it. There we go. So now our cable's free right here. There's a pin you'll have to press to get it to actually come all the way out. So we're going to also have to take out this right here. It looks like a 12 mil, and then there's these little pins so they kind of go through the metal and open. So we'll push those in so we can pull that cable out, and then we'll be done on this side. We can go start the other side. So after way too much fighting, as you can see, this little piece, they raise up. Oh, yeah, they raise up when they come through it, and it just holds this cable in place. Now what we'll do real quick is we'll get up inside of here and we'll take the nut off the back side here, then the one off up here. We'll take the shock off as well. Alright, so now I got that one off. I'm gonna go to the other side and I'm gonna take off the soft brake line that's over there, this same piece, all of this, and then the cable as well. Now, to save you the trouble on this one, we use a little bit of YouTube magic. So as you can see, we've got it all taken out. You can probably see it actually moving around on the side of there. I aim it straight down. So this one was the side that was bent. I took the brake line out. The other rear end has a better, has two better brake lines on it. So I went ahead and cut this one and crimped it with the pliers so it wouldn't leak out. We got the whole bottom piece off, the shock, the U-bolts. Now what's left is to take the drive shaft out. Once we take the drive shaft out, looking at it, these are pretty crusty. So I'm probably not gonna try to take those out. I'm just gonna go up, over, down, and then bring it back this way and go over top of the leaf springs so that we can get it out without having to drop the actual leaf springs down. So to take the drive shaft out, we're gonna have a 14 and a 12. So I'm gonna use my good old Tennessee creeper. Came out a lot easier than I thought it would. Ow. Jesus. Another one. You might have to get rehomed too. So now we got the drive shaft out of there. We're gonna go ahead and try to get this big old thing out of here. So as you can see, we got this one out. Oh, I'm breathing hard now. Got that one out. Now we'll pick this one back up with our legs, not our back, and we'll get it put in there. All right, so now we went ahead and I got this side, I mean the whole rear end, and I did this side already. I had to take off this hub, take off the little piece of cable that was left in it. Whatever, I don't know where it went, but took the cable out, put the brake line on, I had to put the spring on, that piece, the shock is on, the two U-bolts are in and tightened down. I had to change a stud because it was missing one stud, and then one of these studs had like stripped out spots right here. So I changed the stud, put a stud in. Now on these, we'll go to the other side and look. This side still needs to be put in. But if you look how this has a nipple right here, you can't see anything. All right there, there's a nipple on that piece with a hole in the bottom of here. It's the exact same way. There's a nipple on the leaf spring here and a hole in the bottom. So you have to align those first. So what we'll do is now we'll put those on there. Go ahead and keep putting this all back together. And then there's also the bolt that's here that holds the leaf springs together. That's what this piece, this little perch right here for the shock, and the U-bolts will slide right down on top of that. As you guys can see, we got the rear end in there. I got the wheels put on it. The lug nuts still need to be tightened down. I have another set of wheels to go on it. They're like GMC Yukon wheels, but we'll probably put those on after we start putting the engine in there and the transmission. So on the next video, we're gonna go ahead and take out that engine, the transmission, take the drive shaft out. I'm just gonna bolt these two together and we'll put it in there and size it up and see how it fits in the engine. So if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.